They're saying MAGA. MAGA, 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 MAGA.
The American Comeback Tour made its stop at CSUN, welcomed by a crowd of hundreds. Charlie Kirk, founder and CEO of Turning Point USA, announced earlier last month that he'd travel from state to state, from college to college, to debate students of all backgrounds. Turning Point was founded to organize conservative student activists, and Kirk's mission in this tour is to offer a counter perspective to what he calls leftist academia, and draws attention to the program. Event staff and volunteers from Turning Point USA were instructed not to speak to the press, including the student media. Groups of people packed into Matador Square to protest Kirk's presence. Progressive organizations pushed back against the event and issues that Kirk has made a stance against. CSUN staff held a line between the left-wing protesters and right-wing counter-protesters, and while multiple groups composed the crowd, a large number of protesters came from the deaf community. The Deaf Student Association and deaf sorority Alpha Sigma Theta organized against Kirk for his stance that sign language interpreters were unnecessary and taken away from emergency communications.
Talking about interpreters recently and that comment that they were a distraction, and she was explaining that sign language is not just English verbatim, but on the hands, it's its own language. American Sign Language is its own language. And when she had this discussion with him when Charlie Kirk was at USC, he actually walked back his remarks a little bit because he was actually willing to consider that comment, but it came from a hearing person. It didn't come from a member of our community.
CSUN has the largest deaf student population in the western United States, according to the National Institutes of Health, and was the first higher education institution to provide professional interpreters and captioning services to all deaf and hard of hearing students. The event incited passionate disagreement from progressive students and gave platform to the conservative voices on campus, as planned by Turning Point USA. For the Sundial, Anthony.
Hi, nice. It's a very lively crowd here today, guys.
I know, right? Hey, all I'm going to say...